Today we discuss the way ahead in the war on terrorism and how the alliance must further transform to meet the threat facing all of our countries in the 21st century, the spread of weapons of mass destruction into the hands of terrorist states. This threat is not theoretical, it's real, it is dangerous. If we do not prepare promptly to counter it, we could well experience attacks in our countries that could make the events of September 11th seem modest by comparison. President Bush recently said in Berlin that those who despise human freedom will attack it on every continent. Those who seek missiles and terrible weapons are also familiar with the map of Europe, unquote. That is why dealing with these threats in the 21st century must be central to the NATO alliance, just as dealing with the Soviet threat was central in the 20th century. To choose areas of special emphasis for their militaries to take on.
Good afternoon and welcome to this press conference with the Secretary General of NATO, Lord Robertson.
At the end of the day, our decisions on capabilities, on the review of NATO structures and on measures to counter weapons of mass destruction are all about one thing, and that is maintaining NATO's preponderance as the only military and political organization capable of defending and promoting the collective values of democracy, freedom, liberty and the rule of law. Obviously, the adaptation of NATO is an evolutionary process. It can't happen overnight, and it will require dedication and it will require money.
Change which you foresee in NATO, in the world in general and NATO in particular, is it
the Europeans already have capabilities that add substantially to what the United States of America can supply. And if we get the strategic lift, the large planes, if we get air-to-air refueling, if there are more precision-guided weapons, if there are more planes with day and night all-weather flying capabilities, then the Europeans will be able to participate in the vast majority of missions that the United States might lead in. But they have to modernize in order to be part of that coalition with the Americans, and that is the imperative that is driving defense ministers.
We may use forces against a threat, not an attack on one of the countries.
And a concern about the growing threats that come